Okay, now, so let's look at how the planes and axes interact. Okay, as you may know from the first video, frontal plane is linked to the sagittal axis, which is linked to abduction and adduction. But let's forget about the types of movements as for now and focus on how planes and axes interact. Let's look at the example of the frontal plane being linked to the sagittal axis. So here's the frontal plane, like you're going through a door frame. And now if you look at it, the longitudinal axis and the transverse axis are within that plane, are inside that plane, so they don't give us much information. What matters to us is the sagittal plane, because it's the only one that's perpendicular, which hits at 90 degrees against the plane. As you can see, it kind of like crosses at one point the plane at 90 degrees. Okay, so now to understand how the movement happens within this plane and around this axis, I like to use the example of the wheel of a toy car. So this will be the wheel, and this is the axis of the wheel, and now we can see how it moves this way. At this point, it's important to notice that we need to use the proper terminology in this case as well. And when we move our body, we're gonna say that we move it within the plane and around the axis.